वंदे गुरुपद्वंदं भक्तबिंदसमन्वितं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वंदे नित्यानन्दसहोदितं श्रीनन्दनन्दनं वंदे राधिका चरणोदयं गोपीजनसमायुक्तं बिन्दावनं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुवस्य कृपासिन्धुव्यवच पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयतिगिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। वृन्दावै तुलसीदेव वै पिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्तिपदे देवी सत्त्ववत्त्वयि नमो नमः। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयो मुदीरये। संकीर्तने कृष्ण कथोपदेशे गौरीयपत्रस्य प्रकाशने च सदानुरक्त गुरुभक्तियुक्तो भक्तिप्रमोदाक्ष जगोद्वरुण्य धैर्यं सदा परिभवग्नमविष्टदोहं तेथास्पदं शिवविरञ्चनुतं शरण्यं भीतात्तिहं पुनतपालभवद्दिपोतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम् यत्पादपल्लवनखचन्दमनिच्छटाय विस्फुरिजित किमपि गपवधू स्वदर्श पूर्णानुरागरससागरसारमूर्तिः साराधिका मयि कदा कृपां करोषि। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदी गौरभक्तबिंद श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदी गौरभक्तबिंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आजानुलंबित भुजौ कनकावदातो संकीर्तनैकपितरो कमलायताक्ष विश्वाम्बरो द्विजवरो जुगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमामि गंगे तव पादपङ्कजं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितो दिव्यरूपं भुक्तिं च मुक्तिं च ददासि नित्यं भावानुरूपेण सदा नरानं। गंगातरङ्गरमणीयजटाकलापं गौरी निरन्तरविभूषी त्ववामभागं नारायणो प्रियमनङ्गमदापहारं वाराणसीपुरपति भजवीशनाथं वागीसजुष्वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्य च वक्षसि Yasyaste hide sambhid Tvam nishingamaham bhaje. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bhayam ditya abhinivishataha svat ishat apetasya viparajaya asriti tanmayaya yato avayatvam bhaktaika esham gurudevatatma. Bhayam ditya vinivishataha svat ishat apetasya viparajaya asriti tanmayaya ato avayatvam bhaktaika esham Gurudeva Tatma. Gauriya Goshtipati, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Jagat Guru told to save a bonded soul from the prison of Mayadevi, from the ford of Mayadevi, is really impossible, next to impossible, but still possible. Gauriya Goshtipati, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Jagat Guru told to save a Jivatma, bonded soul, from the ford or jail of Mayadevi is really quite impossible or next to impossible. But still it is possible. What a great task it is, what a big task it is. If those who are intelligent, actually in true sense, those who are intelligent, in true sense, those who are intelligent, they can understand. Common people cannot understand what a big task it is, what a big paropukar, what a big benefit Guru Vaishnava want to give to those bonded souls, inconceivable. But it is possible. The sloka I started with from Srimad Bhagavatam. All the time one kind of, fear, some kind of excitement, fear, anxiety following Jiva. Always following. Always, every time. They are never tension-free. Then always there is anxiety, everything. What can be the reason? Srimad Bhagavad Gita Mahaprabhu speaking, Bhayam dityo viniveshataha sat ishat apetasya viparjaya asriti. Ishat apetasya. When Baddha Jiva get diverted from Bhagavan, when they become averse from Bhagavan, then they are feeling some fear. If we are established in Advaita Tattva, then there is no question of any fear. Where from fear can come? Where from fear can come? Whereas in Bhagavatam it is written, Kapilji Maharaj speaking, even by fear going to fear. Even fear, Jamraj, also going to fear. Then, what kind of fear can touch our heart? If we are established in Guru Tattva, if we are going to get full kippa of Guru Vaishnava, then Jad Vibheti Swayam Bhayam. In Bhagavad Gita Mahapuran, Kapilji Maharaj speaking, Jad Vibheti Swayam Bhayam. Death, Jamraji Maharaj, the demigod. He is Vaishnava Raj, Vaishnavana, is also Vaishnava. Out of Dadas Mahajan, 12 Dadas, he is also one, very important. So it is written by Kapilji Maharaj, Jad Vibheti Swayam Bhayam. bhai, I mean fear also going to fear. Whom? That is Supreme Lord. That Advaita Tattva. That is the main question. We are full of anxiety, fear, tension, because of Ditya Vinaya, second, dual conception. We need so many things, we need Patishtha. If you can give me Patishtha, then and only then I can speak Harikatha, otherwise not. This is Annavilas. All different kind of Anartha, Annavilas going to put us in trouble all the time. In the ocean of miseries, that is the main question. Now, starting from this Bhagavad Sloka, Vayam Ditya Vinivishata Sat Ishad Apetasya Viparjaya Sruti. Vishwanath Chakravartipad, all everybody explaining. But we will have to reconcile all contradictory matters. For a long time, it is so contradictory issue. Sarup Tattva, Vigyan or science of Jiva. Apparently contradictory issues because from different angle if we discuss, different kind of answer can come, but how to finalize, reconcile. Like one example I can give. For bonded soul, it is really prohibited to open one temple, mat. Why? Why Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, Mat Mandir Dalanbari na karo prayas? Don't try to make big buildings and Mat Mandir. It will be a big problem for you. But Prabhupada's going to establish Mat. Also in Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, we find Bhagavan Sri Krishna going to advise to Uddhav, Man Mandir Kare Dhiram. Hey Uddhav, you will have to make a big temple, very solid temple, very gorgeous. And what is this, Maharaj? Contradictory. Whereas Krishna speaking, Man Mandir Kare Dhiram. Kare Dhiram. You will have to make. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, Mat Mandir Dhananbhai Nakara Prayas, don't try to make this kind of, because you cannot. Why Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking this way? And why Prabhupada going to make 64 mouths all around the world? If you cannot reconcile, then you will have to get aparat. You can get aparat. Big problem. You will have to go deep into this issue, try to understand the heart of Guru Vaishnava, why, when, how they are speaking this way, that is the main issue. Surely Bhaktivinoda Thakur not going against Krishna. Surely Bhaktivinoda Thakur not speaking that you should not make big temple and mandir, everything. Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking for our bonded souls. Many times Baba speaking. By money power, manpower, if somebody going to think that I can make a Gauriya mat, he is a foolish idiot, number one. Prabhupada many times speaking. By money power, manpower, one cannot establish Gauriya mat. One cannot establish a mat. Mat foundation is Nityananda Baladev. If I am not going to enjoy full Kripa of Nityananda Balaram, how I can establish mat? I will have to pray so that Gauriya Mat can come down to bestow Kripa on us from eternal world. Who can do it? Paramahansa Sridhar Goswami Maharaj can do it. Follow. Paramahansa Keshav Goswami Maharaj can do it. Bhakti-Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, they can do. They can install deities, they can establish mat, but it is not for all. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted to give this kind of instruction so that people not going to make a mistake again and again. By money power, manpower, one cannot make a mat, establish a mat. Prabhupada many times told. It become a karma. Prabhupada speaking, when somebody going to make temple, this install, this, it become karma, not bhakti. Follow. This way we can reconcile. When Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj speaking, Amar Prabhu, my Prabhu, don't go to Kalir Brahmanda. Don't initiate anybody, don't make any disciple. Follow. So many instructions. Don't go to Kalir Brahmanda, Don't try to get association of anybody. How to reconcile? Apparently it seems the Prabhupada going to break all the rules and regulations, instruction given by Gaur Kishore Babaji. But not that. Prabhupada going to reconcile. I never go to Calcutta. Calcutta means Kalir Brahmanda. I never go to Calcutta. I go to Gauriya Math, Gauriya Mission, where it is a transcendental in a place of Harikatha Kirtan, continuously Sankirtan going on there, that Vaikuntha. There I am going. I am not going to break the instruction of my Guru Padma. Surely I am not going to get the association of anybody, because the kind of excellent association I have received from my Guru Padma, after that I am feeling detested. I am not feeling any taste to get the association of other people. After getting so many excellent association of my Guru Padma, after getting this kind of, excellent association, I am not feeling any interest to go for other association of other bonded soul. Follow. I am never making any disciple, believe me or not. I am making all guru. They can rectify me if I am going to make any mistake. They are watching me all the time, whether I am making any mistake or not. So they are all my guru. This way, to reconcile this. Now I can come to the point, main point, that Krishna bhuli sei jiv anadi bahirmukh Ataeb maya tare dey sangsaradi dyug, or Prabhupada many times wanted to explain this sloka, Brahmanda Brahmite Guna Bhagavan Jiv Guru Krishna Prasade Paik Bhaktilata Beach. Krishna Bholi Sejiv Anadi Bahirmukh Ataeb maya tare dey sangsaradi. So many points are there. Apparently it seems all contradictory, we cannot reconcile. But first of all, it is your duty to gather full kripa of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Baladev Vidyasan, Vishwanath Chakravarti, follow, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Prabhupada, Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Keshav Goswami Maharaj, all are Guru Bhargava, full kripa. Then clearly you can see, Maharaj, everything reconciled. No contradiction. So many questions coming to me for the past 5 years regarding this question about the actual sarup of Jiva, what is the status of bondage Jiva, and what is written in Chaitanya Charitamrita, how we can reconcile, how it is possible. Krishna Bholi Seiji, also I started with the point from Bhagavatam, Bhayam Ditiyo Vinimeshyata Asat Ishat Apatasya Viparjaya Asriti. It means, it is going to, apparently it seems, there is going to indicate some point of time from where Jiva is going to become averse. But is it true? And why they are going to discuss that way? There is no way out. So many bonded souls are there, countless bonded souls. How many people going to do bhajan of Gauranga Mahaprabhu? Out of them, those who are going to join Gauriya Math, actually, you will have to sort out. After that, out of them, those who are actually going to, take shelter, oh, 100% sincere, it depends upon my sincerity. How the Guru Vani, Siddhanta Vani can get manifested inside my heart. It depends upon my quality, position, rank. Not that everywhere everybody can understand all Siddhanta okay every time. Maybe one or for the past 2 years or 1 year I am going to answer, but I already told my that answer is not complete. You can remember. Many questions coming to me, but some special question I appreciate. One of my son from Slovenia, he is going to put this kind of question. In the year of 2012, in Chaitanya Gaurimat, I was sitting inside, I was doing some seva. Actually, from the very beginning, first when he landed in India, he first see me. Because Titu Maharaj, Bhakti Vallabh Titu, my Siksha Guru, sent me there, so that I can give some preliminary idea about what is bhakti, what is bhakta in course of my driving to Mayapur, this way. But the first question, remarkable, I remember still today, is putting, Maharaj, is there any new production of jivas? Very nice question, innocent question, I was very happy. Is there any new production of jivas? I say, my son, actually, if we know already that jiva, number of jivas is countless, infinity, then wherefrom you are going to get this kind of inquiry, whether new jivas are being produced? Wherefrom this question comes? Whereas we know all jivas, they are nitya, eternally present. And we know all, Bhagavan is also eternal. Nityo nityanam stetonos chetonam eko bahunam juvidodhati kaman. Yes, sloka we know. So where from this question of production of new jivas coming? This question first. Actually, jivas are infinity, they are eternally present. So no question of production of new jivas. Different kind of example giving. Sometimes people cannot understand why this example given, how we can harmonize different kind of contradiction. But we will have to draw final conclusion on this chapter on the basis of the kripa of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Baladev Vidyabhushan, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Prabhupada, Keshav Goswami, Siddhar Goswami, Bhaktivinoda, all. We'll have to get full kripa from them. And then we can reconcile. One thing I would like to speak first. Long ago, not now, actually maybe 45 or 50 years ago, I don't know, I forget. I heard from Srila Gopanandaban Maharaj, who is the present, Acharya of Bhajanashram. He loved me very much. Best to keep all the time. He one day speaking, Maharaj, long ago, when I was very young, that time my Guru Maharaj was there, and Siddha Goswami, all. There was a function in Puri. That's why there was some question that Guru Mukha Padma Bhakya Hidayata Koriya Vikya Arna Koriya Mane Asa. Okay. But all Guru Tattva eternally present. Guru Tattva is, you cannot break this Guru Tattva into pieces. Now, originally Guru Tattva is one and single, but different kind of diversity we find, because our Guru Varga coming from Nityananda's lotus feet, or from, in Madhur Rasa, we from Radharani, Marjada Marg, in the way of Maryada, Nityananda Prabhu, we can take it as granted. From there, Nitai Charan Sattva Tahara Seva Nitya, From there all our Guru Varga coming. Why different kind of diversity visible? Suppose Param Pujavat Keshav Goswami Maharaj speaking to hear and chant about that Jama Kirtan is not necessary at present. You will have to hear Harikatha from the lotus mouth of pure Guru Vaishnava and go on changing your heart. Try to throw away all the dirty matters, they are already garbage there inside your heart. When you can get sufficient purity, then and only then you can realize that what is rasa, this, that, not now. Even Maharaj wanted to publish Jiva Dharma exclusive of that Rasa Tattva. He wanted to cut Rasa Tattva separately, not for all. Now, if we are going to find fault with Kesava Goswami Maharaj, why he is doing? He should not do, Bhaktivinoda Thakur done. But out of his humble attitude, causeless mercy is going to show us the exact way. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing everything, but sometimes we cannot understand. And in the preface writing of Yama Kirtan, Srila Prabhupada also, Bhajan Rasa writing so many things, also Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj also writing, they are going to conclude that in bonded condition, really, it is not so urgent. Bonded condition, bonded soul can misunderstand. But our Prabhupada Madhav Goswami Maharaj, he is so merciful, he wanted to give a chance that by the association of Guru Vaishnava, we can go on chanting this, Jama Kirtan, so that someday devotees can. Parampaya Bharati Maharaj used to say, somebody misunderstand, misinterpret, try to, take undue advantage of this point. But Maharaj, he told me, I know it for sure, that Guru Maharaj never to misuse it. He wanted to, so merciful, he wanted to say, in front of all exalted Vaishnava, if I am going to feel kama, then I should be kicked out of bhajan field. Are in front of Gurudev, in front of Kesava Goswami Maharaj, how I can feel kama? In front of sun, how I can feel darkness? That is the main point. Bharati Maharaj told Maharaj, Guru Maharaj never wanted to misuse it. Guru Maharaj was so merciful, he wanted to say, okay, ultimately, if they are going to sing this song under the guidance of pure Guru Vaishnava, they understand, they are sincere, someday they can get entry into Ragadev, out of his causeless mercy. But if somebody going to misuse this point, then what Srila Bhaktivedanta, my Gurudev Bhaktivedanta Madhav Goswami, what he can do? That is the main point. The preface writing of Srila Prabhupada, the preface, second preface writing by Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami, all going to prove that it is suitable for Mukta Purush. But not that we can arrange our bondage condition forever. Prabhupada speaking. It is not that I am going to speak, it is not now. Not now, Prabhupada speaking. That doesn't mean I want to arrange so that all devotees for infinity pure, they can stay in bonded condition. I am not going to speak that way. Try to understand what I mean to say. Prabhupada speaking, I am speaking so heavily, I am giving so many restrictions. That doesn't mean we will have to arrange our bondage condition forever. Not that. It is, try to understand what I mean to say. We should never be Sahajya. Better we can die. Sahajya procedure is prohibited. That's why I am so strict, so strict, so strict. That doesn't mean I am not going to approve this asata. People misunderstand, misinterpret. That is the main point. So what is the point of view of Parampara Kesava Goswami? What is the point of view of, Siddhar Goswami? What is the point of view of Bhakti Siddhar, Bhakti Madhav Goswami? Try to reconcile. Try to reconcile. Don't try to fight. So, one question was there. That Guru Mukha Padma ke hidayat kariya are okay, But if we try to harmonize our Guru Path Padma totally, what kind of teachings I am getting? Another time we find Paramjaya Sridhar Goswami speaking this way. Paramjaya, Madhu Goswami speaking this way. Then we cannot find, we cannot tally, we cannot reconcile. And whereas you already told the Guru Tattva all originalism, then how to reconcile? Then everybody present there, they request Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj to solve this problem. Gurupad Padma Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Paramahansa Gurudev started speaking that my son, in short I am speaking, not in details what was there that time, in short. My son, actually, we are supposed to get entry into Raganuga Bhajan. All our Guru Varga, eternal Parsad of Radharani, Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, surely. But for those bonded souls, conditioned souls, we are arranging Gauriya Bhajan under the strict rules and regulation of Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhupada. If we can get habituated in this, Vidhi mark, Vidhi mark is not opposite to Ragmark. This is the main point on the basis of which everybody fighting. On this point, everybody fighting. They don't try to understand. Bhaktivinoda Thakur many times told that this Ragmark is not contradictory to Vidhi mark. Apparently it seems Vidhi marge Krishna Bhakti paita nahi shakti. Okay, it's right. That doesn't mean we will have to throw Vidhi marg and throw. Not that. Bhaktivinoda is speaking, Vidhi marg bhajan ultimately going to help us to get entry into Raganuga bhajan. This point I can explain big way after some time. All discussion what I am going to do, be sure under the guidance of Baladev Vidyabhushan, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Prabhupada, Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Keshav Goswami, all. I am not going to make any personal philosophy in it. It's offensive. But sometime I can give some example, which is of course not objectionable. I think so. Scientific example I am free. I think you also permit me to do that, to clarify those matters, This way, you see, Guru Padma speaking, Prabhupada arranged this Vidhimarg Bhajan, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also admit and show us this procedure of Gauriya Math Bhajan very, very strictly right from the 3 o'clock in the morning. We'll have to follow rules and regulations. Bonded still naturally against any strict regulation. They are very angry. They become very angry. If I speak heavily, they become angry. Instantly they can cut my relationship with them if I speak heavily. That is a tragedy. Where to speak, how to speak, when to speak, whom to speak. I am very anxious about that. But I cannot break the instruction of Prabhupada. I will have to follow. If you like or don't like what to do, I will have to follow Prabhupada ultimately. Guru Varga. So this way, you see, Guru Bhagavad was speaking, Prabhupada giving this arrangement in Gauriya Math Bhajan. So strict rules and regulations we are following, and we can gradually get habituated under the guidance of Guru Vaishnava. Or if there is no kapat bhav, no duplicity, then surely a Jivatma can make gradual promotion in the way of bhajan. And on a suitable time period, Guru Bhargava can bestow Kripa on him so that you can understand what is Ragmarg, how to get entry. This all can be done. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing in Jiva Dharma, Jiva Dharma also writing in different way, and also in Bhajan Rahasya, Vidhi Margo Rato Jane, Sadhinata Ratnodane, Rag Marge Karai Pravesh. Vidhi Margo Rajana, those who are going to keep themselves under the guidance, strict rules and regulation of Guru Varga, Vidhi Margo Rato Jane, ultimately Sadhinata Ratnodane, Raga Marge Karai can give me liberty to get entry into Ragmarg, not before. Our position is so painful, a bonded condition was so painful, so miserable condition, that they only think about They want to become free, bodily bondage and mental bondage. But is that all? They are going to express their feeling. We cannot follow this bodily bondage, or your material mind is there, material bondage. Material bondage is there, material mind. So if people, bonded people, going to agitate, start, shouting slogan, we cannot obey, we cannot obey, we can, what we can do? Is that all? If we like to get liberation, bodily liberation, and mental liberation, is that all you can prove? You come in front of me. Can you prove that is that all? Can you prove it can give you all benefit? So then why you are going to maintain your mental bondage, bodily bondage? Okay, Maharaj, don't disturb me, I like to maintain the bondage is very good for me. I can get some taste, some sweet, some bitter, some, sour. I can get different 4 type of taste, Chaturvida. So they like to lead their life this way. They like to make their life tasty. But when you can get transcendental taste, then you can throw, kick, make urine. You can make urine on previous test. But you don't understand this point. False ego there. So this way actually, Vidhi Marga Ratujane, Sadhinata Ratnadane, Rag Marge Koraya Pravesh. So, bodily liberty or mental liberty, is that all? It is very painful. It is very painful, you don't try to understand. We devotees like to be controlled by Guru Vaishnava. That is our ultimate goal. We want to be controlled by Guru Vaishnava perfectly. Because ultimately, this kind of controlling by Guru Maharaj, they are going to put some rules and regulations on me, ultimately going to make me free, giving actual liberty, in true sense. When I can love Krishna from heart, and Krishna can love me from heart, then I can get free access all over this infinite world. No restriction. When I can love Krishna, there is no restriction. That is called liberty. But first of all, bondage want to get liberty. And they don't like to follow any rules and regulations, nothing. They become very angry. So, Vidhi Marga Ratujane, Sadhinata Ratnodane, Ragamarge Koraya Pravesh. Guru Padma speaking, Vidhi Marga said by Prabhupada is very, very beneficial. And the question you are putting, Guru Padma speaking, that this Gurudev speaking this, another Gurudev speaking this, so you cannot reconcile. So the question was there, how to follow this point? Guru Padma speaking, be careful. Nityananda Prabhu coming in your life, Nityananda Prabhu coming in your life in the form of Banadev Goswami Maharaj. Nityananda Prabhu coming in the form of Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj in my life. Nityananda Prabhu coming in the form of Keshav Goswami in your life. So there can be some apparent diversity, speciality. But ultimately, if you go to the original Siddhanta, you can find all tally. All. This will have to know the technique. This mathematics is very sensitive mathematics, very high. Higher mathematics can fail here. Devotional mathematics can help you to get to reconcile. How possible? Then Guru Padma was bound to speak. Suppose Srila Bhakti Bhagavan Keshav Goswami is speaking this way, and Srila Bhakti Madhu Goswami is speaking this way. Be careful, my son. You will have to first understand what your Guru Maharaj is speaking. You need not jump. First of all, you will have to understand what your Guru Maharaj is speaking to you, what instruction. Maybe there is some speciality. So you will have to follow that. Because according to your sanskar, it is the arrangement of Nityananda, that Nityananda is going to send you in front of Bhakti, Hridaya Banadev Goswami. So you will have to follow in toto Guru's instruction. After that, if some Siksha Guru, like in Guru Varga speaking some special, if you at all cannot understand, you will have to approach a pure Guru Vaishnava, they can reconcile. Otherwise, you can gradually develop and dissatisfaction, doubt, and sangsayatma vinaswati. Maybe Bhakti Dvaita Madhu Goswami is speaking wrong, maybe Kesava Goswami is speaking right, or maybe Kesava Goswami is wrong. You see, this is not good. So it was the instruction of Bhakti Puri Goswami Guru Padma that first of all, Nityananda coming in the form of your Guru Padma. So you will have to follow him first. After that, if at all any disparity if you find of Siddhanta with your some other Guru Varga, you will have to come, you have to bring this point in front of pure devotees, exalted devotees, Siddhanta bit. They can find solution for you. You can find very okay. This is the point. Now so many questions coming. I can also read some question, maybe some coming days. Not today, because I will have to make some background, though I already discussed this point long ago, maybe 1 year or more than that. But still I was not satisfied. I was supposed to start another new topics, and this was lying unsolved, unsolved. So, by the mercy of Guru Vaishnava, by your all mercy, I like to find a very, very suitable solution which is acceptable for all Guru Varga. There cannot be any fighting on this point. This I like to, speak in front of you. But first of all, main point is that Krishna Bhuli Seiji Anadi Bhairmukh. I can discuss this point day after days. It will take long time. Though it is in the final touch, but still it will take long time. I have to give argument, one by one, Sasa Siddhanta. Krishna Bhuli Seiji Anadi Mahirmukh. Anadi meaning there is no time bound, no starting point. So what do you mean to say? Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, in the time period of material time period there is no starting. So what do you mean to say? When Bhaktivinoda Thakur giving so many arguments about Tatastha Jiva, we know. But the Jiva is all Tatastha Jiva. What do you mean by Tatastha Jiva? Many things, very important thing I already discussed, but still again I like to remind you. What do you mean by Tatastha? Philosophically we know Tatastha means there is a marginal point, like water and land. Water and land, if there is one demarcation, fine demarcation, is called Tatastha. Bhaktivinoda Thakur many times explaining this point, Banded Jeev is Tatastha Jeev. Tatastha because they are suitable for both. They are, those bonded souls, they are both suitable for this Maya Jagat, also suitable for Nitya Jagat. That's why they are Tatastha. Tatastha doesn't mean in this infinity world you will have to find some position where all Tatasthas is lying, you will have to catch them and bring here. Yes, very important point. Krishna Bhuli Sejiv Anadi Bahirmukh Atvaib Mayatare Daya Samsaraditu. Follow what I say. Now I want to break some wrong conception. I am going to start with Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda speaking. For the long time, this is, contradictory issues. Everybody fighting on this issue. They cannot find a perfect solution in this matter. Or at all, if Guru Varga is saying, we cannot support, we cannot understand how it is possible. Follow what I say. Krishna Bhuli Seiji Anadi Bahirmukh. This we understand, for infinity pure jivas are in bonded condition. Anadi Bahirmukh means bonded condition. We know all jivas, they are coming from Tatastha Shakti. This we know. Follow. Diversity in unity and unity in diversity. Krishna is a cause of all causes, Anadi Radhi Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. And wherefore diversity coming in Advaita? Well, Maharaj, originally it is there in Krishna. Originally this diversity was already there. Not that diversity was created and manufactured after. Diversity also eternally present. If diversity eternally present, then we will have to understand diversity eternally present. That's mean? What do you mean? Bhaktivinoda Thakur want to speak that all eternally Siddha Bhakta, they can be divided into two parts, segregate, basically. One is Vidhi Bhakta, another is Rag Bhakta. Follow what I say. Nitya Siddha Bhakta, eternally Siddha Bhakta, they can be divided. I can come back to the original point again. Some here and there, northeast, I will have to go and bring some documents from different ways to reconcile. So first of all, I will start with this point, which is very sensitive. Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, Nitya Siddha Bhakta, they can be divided into two parts. You know it very well. One group is Vidhi Bhakta, another is Rag Bhakta, by the Divido. Again, Nitya Siddha, Divido, and Nitya Siddha, Rag Bhakta Pratyek, we know Nitya Siddha, Vidhi Bhakta is there, Nitya Siddha, Rag Bhakta, and each of them, from each group, they have some speciality about Dasya, Saksha, Guru, Kanta. When I am going to conclude, then also I am starting and I am speaking. When I am going to conclude, again I can discuss this point to draw final conclusion. And diversity of Krishna eternally present, I can show you like mathematical calculation. So Dasya, Saksha, Guru, Kanta, all can be there from both group, Vidhi Bhakta, Nitya Siddha Bhakta or Rag Bhakta, can be there, Chaturveda, all. Because in Chaitanya Charitamrita, middle, Madhya Khanda, middle part of Chaitanya Charitamrita, 24 chapter, Madhya Khanda, 24th chapter and 283 sloka. It is written, Nitya Siddha Parishad Das. ... I am not speaking everything. I am going to omit some point, because no need. So, after that is written, Nitya Siddha Parishad Das, Sakha Guru Kantagon Chari Vido Prakash. Four different kind of division in both the group. Those who are Vidhi Marg Bhakta, Rag Bhakta, both. In Chaitanya Nitya Siddha Parishad Das, Sakha Guru Kantagon, and four different kind of classification. And in the Bhashya, Amrita Prabha Bhashya, and Anubhashya also, Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhupada is going to touch Amrita Prabha Bhashya. I am going to give the gist. It is written, Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhupada, both same thing. Parishad Gani Nitya Siddha. Those who are eternal Parsad, be sure they are eternally present. Nitya Siddha, they are all Guru. Those who are eternally Parsad, Parishad Gani Nitya Siddha. Those who are Parishad, eternal Parishad, they are Nitya Siddha, eternally Siddha. Follow. And also there can be some classification from Baladev Shankar son Prakatita Jivgan Nitya Siddha. From Baladev, some countless Jivatmas coming, Sankarsan, Baladev Sankarsan, Prakatita Jivgan, they are Nitya Siddha. They are not Baddha. They are all Guru. Baladev Sankarsan, Prakatita, from Baladev Sankarsan, some Jiva, countless Jivas coming, they are Jivgon, they are Nitya Siddha. They are Guru. They are eternally doing seva of Krishna. Out of your jealousy, if you are going to pass this kind of wrong conception, they are bonded soul, then you can get some aparad. They are coming from, they are also Jiva. Prakritita Jiva. They are actually eternally present. It is the arrangement of Nityananda, Baladev. They are all Guru. They are not never bonded. They never saw bonded condition. They are eternally mukta. And those 12 Dadas Gopal, 12 Gopals, always staying with, Krishna, Dadas Gopaladi, they are coming from, they are actually expansion. From Baladev they are coming. They are not Jeev. Follow what I say. From Baladev, Sankarsan, going to manifest some countless Jiva, they are Nitya Siddha, they are eternally serving Krishna, it's all okay. Out of jealousy, if I go into pass remark, wrong remark, then I can develop aparad. They are not Jeev. They are not ordinary Jeev. Dadas, all those 12 different Gopal, coward boys, playing with Krishna, they are not Jeev. Upper, when I discuss Baladev, Sankarsan, Prakritito, Jivgan, Nitya Siddha, they are not ordinary Jeev, bonded soul, they are not. They are Guru. And Dadas Gopal and other Parshadip coming from Baladev, they are not at all Jeev. They are Baladev Abhinna, non-different from Baladev. They are non-different from Baladev. They are Vigraha as same as Baladev. Dadas Gopal Adi, they are. Whole Jivas can be separated into three parts. One is Baddha Jiva, one is Tatastha, another is Mukta. Baddha, Tatastha and Mukta. One nice writings by Srila Prabhupada also already translated, by me. I can show you after some time, not today maybe. Baddha, Tatastha, Mukta. Paraspar Prithak. They are all different from each other. Each category has some speciality or not same. And also, Bhaktivinoda Thakur going to write, this is very important, and some question coming to me for a long time also, they can get answer of this question. Sarupe, all those Jiva Sarup, Tatastha Bhav is there in fine form. Try to understand scientific point. Again, when I can draw conclusion, again I can come back to this point. In the middle, you will have to understand. All discussion going on, all the way. In Sarup of Jiva, Tatastha Bhav is there in fine form, very fine form. Materially, you cannot find. Sarup, in Sarup of all Jiva, Tatastha Bhav is there in fine form. Externally, you cannot discover. Be careful. Actually, Baddha-jiva is not materially Tatastha. What I mean to say, you cannot find any zone. You cannot find, practically, you cannot find any zone where you can find all but the, Tatastha Jiva there, you have to pull them from there. Not that. I can give scientific evidence of that. Bhaktivinoda speaking, in Sarupa of Jiva, Tatastha Bhav is in fine form there. All different kind of example given by Bhaktivinoda Thakur is not useless. Follow. You can say why Bhaktivinoda Thakur from Brihad Aranya Upanishad giving this example, so it is confusion, not that. I can give argument in favor of this Siddhanta. It is not useless. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was bound to give this example. Baladev Goswami, Vidyavasana Goswami is also speaking like same, almost. Follow what I say. So, Baddha Tatastha Mukta is each of three categories different from each other, not. But Sarupa and Sarupa Jiva Tatastha Bhav can be there in fine form, must be there in fine form, can be there. Because it depends. If Tatastha already, they already enter, they can be Nitya Siddha, they can join them. So, Sarup in Sarup Tatastha Bhava can be there in fine form, but Bhadajiv is not actually Tatastha. I mean, you cannot find any zone where you can go and detect all Bhadajivas there. Bhadajiv, not there. Bhadajiv Tatastha nahi. It is imagined, it is not useless. This is not actually useless imagination, not there. Sometimes theory can support practicality. So I can give you example. Maya Kabalito Yagich. So, they are found to be in the lap of Maya. Maya Kabalito Yagachi. Ataye Baddha. About Mukta also, those who are Mukta, eternally they are Mukta. They saw bonded condition. Then where from this conception coming? I can give one by one argument. Mukta Sambandha, about Mukta, those who are Mukta already are told. They are also Tatasthabhav Sunna. In Sarupa, they is in fine form there. But Tatasthabhav Sunna. Because in Chaitanya Charitamrita you already know many times, Nitya Mukto, Nitya Krishna Charane Unmukh. Follow what I say. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Kanda, 22 chapter, 11, 12 sloka I am speaking. Try to understand. Whereas Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying, we will have to reconcile. How possible? It's contradictory. We have some many kind of doubts and suspicion. Nitya Mukta, Nitya Krishna Charane Unmukh. Nitya Mukta, Nitya Krishna Charane Unmukh. Krishna Parishad Nam Bhunjaye Sevasuk. We already Bhaktivinoda Thakur told. Some Jivatmas, they are countless Jivas are coming. They are eternally Siddha. They are busy with Seva. They never saw Maya. They are all Guru. Baladev Shankarsan from there. If somebody going to compare them with bonded soul, it's very bad. But especially about those Dadas, Mahajan and other, those are coming directly from the expansion of Baladev. They are as well as same as Baladev. They are not Jiva. They are non-different from Baladev Vigraha. So also Baddha Tatastha Mukta. Now in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Sanatana Sikha, we find so many terms. Example, Nitya Mukta, Nitya Unmukh, Krishna Parshad, Nitya Baddha, Nitya Bahirmukh, Nitya Sangsara, so many terms. How to reconcile. So you try to understand Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Kanda 22, 11, 12. I like to cite this example first, which is example given by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami to identify their respective position and rank. Nitya Mukta, who? Those who are eternally doing seva. Nitya Mukta, Nitya Krishna Charane Unmukh. They never saw Maya. Krishna Parishad Nam Bhunjaya Seva Sukh. They are eternally serving Krishna. They are Parshad also. They are called Parshad Jivas. Krishna Parishad Nam Bhunjaya Seva Sukh. Another point, Nitya Baddha Krishna Hite Nitya Bahirmukh. Those who are eternally bonded condition, Nitya Baddha, Krishna Hite Nitya Bahirmukh. They are eternally averse from Krishna. Eternally they are engaged in sangsar, Nitya sangsar. They are always getting sometime material enjoyment, sometimes they are sent to hell. Bhunje Narakadi Dukh. Sometimes they are going to Kobhu, Raja Kobhu Puja. Sometimes they become king, sometimes become, beggar. In infinity Brahmanda, this kind of, Brahmanda Brahmita Guna Bhagava Jiv, Guru Krishna Prasada Pai Bhakti Lata Bij, this word is applicable for those Nityavada, eternally they are Baddha. Eternally Baddha doesn't mean that bonded condition can never be finished. Jiver bandhan dasa, the bonded condition of jiva eternally present. That doesn't mean they cannot cut their bondage, they can never become devotee. It's not that. This is the point. Nitya Mukta, those jiva, they never saw Maya. They have no relationship with Maya. They are in transcendental dham, they are always, doing favorable seva to Krishna all the time, positive seva, parishad, Krishna sevanmukh. They are going to enjoy seva sukh. By doing seva of Krishna, they are going transcendental bliss, bhog, sukha. Krishna seva sukhi tadet bhog. They are not going to search out any separate bhog, like material bondage, bonded soul. A nityabadda jiva sav, those eternally bonded, a sakal, they are eternally averse from Krishna. Always traveling in these 14 worlds. In this material world, sometimes they are going to heaven, coming down to hell, this way. And this aversive attitude there, for their aversive attitude, Maya going to give them treatment. This sthula, gross body and fine body, they are getting punishment. I can discuss this point. Now this is the basic point you try to understand first. Follow what I say. The very basic point you will have to understand. Now I like to give one by one argument, you try to understand that nitya nityanam chetanas chetanam eko bahunam javidhati kaman. Is sloka going to surely say us that Mayavadi, they are liar. They are going to believe on one unique Jivatma. Jiv. Atma, one and single. They are not going to confess. They are not going to believe that there is countless Atma. First point, defect of Mayavad. They are going to explain in this way that one unique Atma is there, Brahma, and Brahma, when going to get reflected in different pots of water or mirror, different kind of conception growing. But Shastra, Upanishad, Vedanta, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya, never it is written. Their conception is totally wrong. Ek Jivatma Bhat. They believe in one unique Jivatma, Brahma. They don't believe. But in Shastra, never it is written. So Nityo Nityanas Chetanas Chetanam Eko Bahunam, it is written at all. Upanishad going to confess that Jiva, bonded soul, they are also infinity. And category I already told. Now I am going to deal with bonded soul. I like to show you. So Nitya Nityanam Chetanas Chetanam Eko Bahunam Javidhati Kamam. This Krishna is the cause of infinity, Brahmanda is infinity, Jivatma, everything. Who is going to start argument about this point? Prabhupada already told many times, Jagadguru Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Paramahansa, speaking, Bhakti is a natural function of soul. This is also a very important point, how to tally. But why not manifested? Bhakti, we cannot see Bhakti inside Jiva. inside Jiva. We cannot see manifested. Chidatma cannot see or feel that absolute tattva due to the covering of Maya. They cannot feel, they are under covering of Maya. That's why they cannot feel that Chidatma is Gyanamay, Anandamay, Chidatma also. Bhagavan, Anandamay, Gyanamay. Janmadasya yato anmayadito rascharta sabhikya sarato tene brahma idaj adi kavayi mayanti yat surayo teyo vari medam jatha vinimayo tisargaham misa dhanya seno nirasta kuhakam sattam param dhimai. So this way you see, Bhagavan is Anandamay, absolute Anandamay. Bhagavan is absolute Jnanamay. You know, Anandamay, Jnanamay, absolute Bhumika is the absolute platform, Bhagavan. So, you see, everything they are eternally present in Krishna. And Jivas, they are also Jnanamay. But the Jnanamay Anuchaitanya, but still their Gyan is covered up by Maya. Chid Atma, which is residing inside our heart, cannot see or feel that absolute tattva. That's why we need to depend upon Guru Vaishnava. Bhayam dityo vinaveshat sat ishat apatasya viparjaya sriti tanmayaya ato avayatvam Bhaktaik Esham Gurudeva Tattva. Then we'll have to serve that Gurupad Padma, then we can feel, not before that. Because Bhattajiv under the covering of Maya cannot feel. After all, the soul has been transforming through 84 lakhs of different species. You know. Aisajyasya samagasya virjasya jasasasriyo jnana vairagyasya sara iti bhava ingana. All eternally present in absolute form in Krishna. But in Jiva, not absolute. Very, very teeny, infinitesimal. So, Chidatma is residing inside our heart, cannot see. That Jivatma cannot see or feel that absolute tattva due to the covering of Maya, illusion. After all, the soul has been transmigrating through 84 lakhs of different species of lives since beginningless time period. There is no beginning. Where from Jivatma traveling? Krishna Bali says, Anadi Vairimu. We cannot point out in starting, beginning, endless infinity. Since beginning, beginningless time, there is no beginning for the infinity period there. Whereas the Jiva's Sarup is eternally fixed. How? That I can point out. That is the main point. Infinitesimal chit particle Jivatma coming from the Tatastha Sakti or marginal potency of Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. So naturally, Jivatma is related to Krishna according to Achinta Vedaved Tattva. Ved and Aved both right. Both okay. Those Jivatmas are part and parcel of Supreme Lord. Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Gita, na? Mamaivamsa jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatanaha. But counterpart of Krishna is not possible. Follow. Counterpart is not that. Mamaivamsa jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana means Shakti matar aved, according to Vedanta Sutra. So they are Sakti Angsa. There is some special Sakti, marginal energy, Tatastha Sakti, Jivatma, so though all those countless Jiva they are coming from. Follow, Tatastha Sakti, Jiva. Follow. And those who are coming from Baldevji Maharaj, eternally they are doing seva. That Jiva is totally different. They are Guru, our Nitya Parsad. So, infinitesimal chit particle, Jivatma coming from Tatastha Sakti, a marginal potency of Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. So naturally, Jivatma is related to Krishna according to Achintya Vedava Tattva. Those Jivatmas are part and parcel of Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, and manifestation of his marginal potency, this much. So naturally, those Jivatmas are having both tendency mean they are suitable for Nitya Jagat and they are also suitable for material Jagat. They can feel attraction, follow, tendency of attraction for both the Jagat. It depends. Sometime they can feel attraction. It is written according to Tatastha conception. But actually, Tatastha conception, I told already, it is in fine form inside Jiva. Materially you cannot find. So you think it is false philosophy. But I can prove it is not false philosophy. In fine form it is there in Tatastha, in Jiva Saru, but not in, practically here you cannot find. So that is not false conception, that I can prove. So why Bhaktivinoda Thakur going to prove about Tatastha Jiva? Some quotation Bhaktivinoda Thakur is showing from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Tasyo vai tasyo purushasya de eva sthane bhavato idancha paro loko sthanancha sandhyam tritiyam sapno sthanam tasmin sandhe sthane tishtan ete ubhe sthane pashyati idancha paro loko sthanancha. Try to understand. Tasyo vai tasyo purushasya de eva sthane bhavata idancha paraloko sthanancha sandhyam tritiyam sapno sthanam tasmin sandhe sthane tishtan ete ubhe sthane pasati idancha paraloko sthanancha. Philosophically, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted to make us understand. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted to quote this conception to have a practical feeling. Yeah, it is possible. But actually that Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted to speak, he is also speaking that Tatastha Je Baba in Sarupa, in fine form, but in material form you cannot find. So this conception is not at all wrong, I can prove. Jiva suitable for both the position, one is transcendental position and material position, and middle position is compared with one dream. As if in dream, some body going to, think something, it is not practical, but dream is also not useless. Dream has some position. Dream is also has some position in our life, is not also useless. And you can say zero is useless because meaningless, foolish. Zero is not useless. Zero means nothing. Zero means nothing. But still zero is so important. Without zero, Aryabhatta, the original mathematician, Aryabhatta, scientist, is Rishi, Aryabhatta Rishi. He discovered zero. Without zero, all conception also zero. So maybe you can think zero means nothing, zero is useless, but still I can prove. Without zero, everything is also zero. It is so valuable. Without zero, you cannot find any conception of mathematics, higher mathematics, especially, those, calculus, everything, all you will have to understand zero. Without zero, all useless. So, zero is useless, but zero is so Suppose I write one digit I write 8. After that, if I go on writing 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, the more I write 0, the more it becomes valuable. Then 0 has some specific position in mathematics. And in negative integer, if I say -1, that also if I say -1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, if I put, you see, or before 0.000001 minus 0.001. So it has some value. Those who are having basic conception of mathematics, they surely understand my point, I think so. So this conception quoted from Upanishad by Bhaktivinoda Thakur is not false, not at all useless. Without this conception, we cannot have a clear idea about Tatastha position, which is very dangerous. Follow what I say. So in dream, it is written that jivas watching both, sight, it is tatastha, avastha, both they are watching, it is written philosophically. So in Brihad Aranyak Upanishad, another sloka we find, Brihad Aranyak Upanishad, 4, 3, 9 slok I discuss. Another Brihadaranyaka 2, 1, 10 sloka going to speak. Jathagnehe spulinga vispulinga buccharanti. Spulinga buccharanti. Printing mistake. Yathagnehe khudra vispulinga buccharanti evam mevasmad atmanaha ... After that, sarvani bhutani buccharanti. It is written. It is compared with some spark coming out of big fireplace. It is compared with that. And another going to compare, 4, 3, 18 sloka. Brihad Aranyak Upanishad, from there, Bhaktivinoda is going to quote another sloka from Brihad Aranyak, 4, 3, 18 sloka. Tad yatha, what is the status of jivas? Tad yatha mahamatso ubhe kule anusancharati purvancha paranchaiva mevayam purusho etavad etavad ubhau ananto anusancharanti sapnantoncho buddhantoncho. Tad yatha matse ubhe kule anusancharanti purvancha paranchaiva mevayam purusho eto ubhau ananto anusaranchi. Here it is written, just like dream, in dream, a jivatma can feel some bliss. Again, when dream break up, is in material world. It can be compared, just like a dream, jivatma. Because since Sarupa and find from Tatastha condition there, so what wrong in if we can, represent in to understand this philosophy in this way? No, nothing wrong in it. Now Bhaktivinoda was speaking that Chit Sakti of Ishwar is Asim, infinity. Maya Sakti is also infinity. And in between this Tatastha Sakti, Tatastha all Jivatma infinity, Sukshma Ananta, Sukshma Jivgan is there. We can imagine. Krishna Tatastha Sakti From there, those jivas coming, so naturally the inherent potency of jiva is also going to show tatasava. Because those tatasa jivas, they can find both feasible, they can find suitable for eternal world, nitya seva, or eternal bondage condition. In Vedanta Sutra we can find Jagat Vyapar Varjanam Pakaranat Sannihita Tvat. In Vedanta Sutra it is written, the Jiva Tattva Sabhau, but Jagat Vyapar Varjanam Pakaranat Sannihita Tvat. In Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutra 4:17. This is going to prove that all infinities, Chidatma, Nikhil Chit, all Achit, material Jagat, Idam Jagat, all controlled by the Supreme Divinity, one Brahma, nobody else. That Parabrahma Paratpar, Akhileshwar going to maintain everything. Except that, all other function can be done by Mukta Jiva. Bhagavan can translate that much power in him, that Jivatma. They can do. But except this Jagat controlling of yoga, Srishti, creation, everything, it is written in Vedanta Sutta, Jagat Vyapar Varjanam Pakaranat Sannihita Tvat. Bhadajiv can do. Bhagavan can translate all power, but except this, creation, Srishti, controlling everything, no. It's only duty of that Parabrahma, Paratvara, Akhileshwar, nobody else can do it. So now you see, we are going to understand this point, that Tatastha condition, Sabha, Bhava is eternally present. At the same time, also it is true, Jive Sarupaya Krishna Nityadas. You cannot prove that it is false. You cannot also prove that it is false. How to reconcile this point? So infinitesimal chit particle, Jivatma coming from the Tatastha Sakti, marginal potency of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So naturally Jivatma is related to Krishna according to Achinta Vidavetata. Those Jivatmas are part and parcel, I already told from Gita, Mama Vamsa Jiva Loka Jiva, but Achinta Vidavetata, related to Krishna is 100% related to all Jivas. By Achinta Vidavet. Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, those Jivatmas are part and parcel of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna and manifestation of his marginal potency. So naturally, those Jivatmas are having both-way tendency. Both-way tendency means they can find suitable for eternal world and material world. Sometimes they can feel attraction, sometimes it's theoretically it's there. But we find from Chaitanya Charitamrita, the eternally bonded, the eternally bondage. The eternally mukta, eternally mukta. On the basis of this conception, a marginal line of demarcation, on the basis of this conception, theory, a marginal line of demarcation has been conceived. But Sarup, in fine form it is there, not false. On the basis of this conception, a marginal line of demarcation has been conceived, imagined, in between this transcendental world and material world. In between is material world and transcendental world. Transcendental world and material world. Follow. Which is not found in material form. Not found in the material world. You cannot locate one position which you can identify it is marginal position from where you can detect or not that. But in fine form it is there. Which is not found, this marginal position you cannot found material form. Which is not practically present, or at the same time which is not at all 100% false. Materially, in material conception you cannot detect, but in fine form already there. So you see, which is not practically present, you cannot detect, but it is there. You cannot see your mind, but it is there. Follow, you see. Maya you cannot see, you cannot detect this is Maya, but actually by karya, by action you can find Maya is there. You cannot see Maya. This way some points are there on the basis of which we can have a clear conception about this tatastha position, which is not false, at the same time practically you cannot catch that marginal position, which is not found in material world, in material form, which is already existing in fine form in between this transcendental world and material world, which is not practically present, you cannot find, or at the same time I would say, which is not at all 100% false. You cannot say it is 100% false, you cannot say, not possible. I can prove. Just like the conception of ideal gas, those who are going through college and university, they know physics, chemistry, they know the conception of ideal gas is there. Ideal gas means it is named, the name given ideal gas, but ideal gas is not at all possible to have. But ideal gas, the conception of ideal gas, 100% there in physics, chemistry. Otherwise we cannot calculate. We can take up Kelvin scale on the basis of which we can calculate everything. Just like the conception of ideal gas has been accepted in physics, chemistry, higher physics, higher chemistry, as per the standard of Kelvin scale, follow. It is not false. Just like the conception of ideal gas has been accepted in physics and chemistry as per the standard of Kelvin scale, the ideology is very, very important. This ideological conception can help us to realize the marginal condition of all Jivatmas. We know for sure the Supreme Lord eternally present, and those infinitesimal, infinity Jivas are also eternally present. No doubt in it. But how and when those Jivas become bonded? Bahirmukha, that is the main question. Krishna Buli Shei Jiv Anadi Bahirmukh, already given it. Infinite, for infinity period, they are in bonded condition. Bhaktivinoda speaking, bonded condition for infinity period is there in Jiva, but that doesn't mean they cannot get free. They cannot become mukta. It is not. Krishna Buli Sai Jiv Anadi Bahirmukh. When and how? There is a question coming. This question cannot, if somebody is going to put this question, how and when, this question coming, not this question at all coming, it is useless, because it is written, Krishna Boli Seiji Vanadibur, for infinity period they are bonded. I also, saw from Shastra. If somebody is going to put when and how the Jiva going to get bonded, this question is obsolete, cannot stand. Because no starting point can be found. In Jiva exist two status, Mukta Avastha and Baddha Avastha. In Jiva itself, already in Bengali Harikatha tomorrow morning I was speaking, Vidya and avidya both there inside Bhadra Jiva. Vidya and avidya both there. So, in Jiva, both exist Vidya and avidya. In Jiva exist two status like liberated condition and bonded condition both there, in fine form. The ideology, the ideological conception of Tatastha Bhava of Jiva is also present in superfine form, but this does not indicate a third stage of Jiva's existence. Follow. There is some certain condition, Tatastha Jiva, we can go and find, detect Tatastha position, not that. Follow what I say. His Tatastha Bhava of Jiva is also present in superfine form, but this does not indicate a third state of Jiva's existence. Follow what I say. Nitya Baddha, Nitya Mukta, I already discussed, only those two stages are available category. In between them, the conception of marginal potency, Tatastha Jiva is there. Conception is not false. So, Nitya Baddha, Nitya Mukta, only these two stage or categories can be found, and the third stage, marginal or Tatastha, is only a positive assertion or conception on the basis of which it can be easily understood the constitutional position of Jiva. Not that Tatastha conception all false, we can throw it into garbage. Not that. The word marginal potency, indicates the pure and untouched, unalloyed, untouched condition of Jivatma. Untouched by Maya or matter, the eternally present Jivas already having a capacity of self-revealed knowledge and bliss, but not yet feeling the attraction for the Chinmaya Nitya Jagat. Follow. This is only a positive assertion, conception, which is practically one kind of, Nirvisheshvad, which is practically, if you like to apply it, one kind of Nirvisheshvada stage. Follow. It is one kind, it can, if you try to forcefully try to get meaning, that means it is one of Nirvisheshvada. No seva, no maya, it cannot so have. It is Nirvisheshvada stage. With, follow. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can find the Siddhanta Vichar of Sriman Mahaprabhu in the following way. Nitya Baddha, Nitya Mukta. These are the two categories of infinitesimal chit particle, infinity jivatmas there. One eternally bonded condition, jivas, and another eternally liberated condition of jiva. Since time immemorial, which without any beginning, those two stages of or categories of jivas are found, nothing else. Now, suppose one bonded soul going to enter into Nitya Jagat. Try to understand my example. Now, suppose one bonded soul going to enter into Nityanandamay Chit Jagat, then automatically automatically, knowingly or unknowingly, see, I mean that Jivatma, Tatastha Sakti chit particle, has to cross over this marginal line of demarcation. Don't understand. Try to follow what I mean to say. Now suppose one bonded soul going to enter into Nitya Jagat. Follow. After Guru Kipat is that so many, doing bhajan after that, going to get eternal seva, eternal. Now suppose one bonded soul going to enter into Nitya, Anandamai, Chit Jagat, then automatically, knowingly or unknowingly, that Jivatma, see, that Jivatma, the Tattva Sakti, Chit particle, has to cross over. She has to cross over this marginal line of demarcation. Yes or not? Yes or not? Automatically, knowingly or unknowingly, she is going to cross in that marginal. Without marginal, where he can jump, where to jump, how to jump. See, that means that Jivatma has to cross over this marginal line of demarcation, which is called Tatastha line. Here, the case of Ajamil can prove this point, because he was somehow favorable to Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan, Seva. Follow what I say. Because he was somehow favorable to Guru, Vaishnava and Bhagavan. Somehow favorable, not opposite. But still there was no sufficient chidbal, power, inside the heart of Ajamil, so that he couldn't find any protection from Maya, material attraction. So naturally, he was bound to feel the attraction, influence of Maya. So he was totally defeated, all his morality, purity, etc. all gone. He was totally in a fall-down condition to leave japa, seva, everything, knowingly or unknowingly. He was bound to cross over this material marginal line of demarcation of Tatastha Bhava. Yes or not? Yes or not? Such conception, such countless cases can be found in 14 worlds. Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartinaha Arjuna. Such countless cases I can show. I can give example from mathematics. Follow. From any positive digit, try to understand mathematics. From any positive digit means not minus. From any positive integer or digit, if we like to go to any negative digit, then surely we will have to cross over 0. In front of you, it is only one conception. But surely, from any positive digit or integer, if you like to approach to a negative world, then surely you will have to knowingly, unknowingly, you will have to cross over 0, the neutral point. So the conception of marginal condition is not at all baseless or fictitious. Surely this has some value. The relationship between Bhagavan and Jiva is surely eternal, without any beginning point, but still it is missing. Without any beginning point from which we can calculate. But eternally it is present. That's why Jive Sarup Vai Krishna Nitya Das. Really so. So many examples I can give. Either we can find any starting point, neither we can find any starting point, nor we can discover any end point. Though Jiva cannot realize, though Jiva cannot realize the eternal relationship with Krishna, but still this can never be ignored. This is not at all false. Eternal relation is there. Jivatma, those Jiva cannot feel that they have eternal relation with Krishna. That doesn't mean that the Jivatmas, they have no relationship with Krishna. We cannot say. Follow. If one son, if a son is missing from father, separated from father, after birth, they are missing. If a son is just missing, separated from his father for a long time, this doesn't mean that the son and father relationship is false. Maybe he cannot feel, father cannot feel, or son cannot feel. If we cannot find out any particular reason from our, if we cannot find out any particular reason, from our experience bank of material experience, that surely we cannot find an example from our experience bank, that surely doesn't mean that this is false. To discover this eternally present relationship of Jiva with Supreme Lord, we'll have to try. We'll have to get Sambandha Jnana. It's called Sambandha Jnana, which is only available by the causeless mercy of Guru Vaishnava. Then and only then, at all the question of avidya. Avidya means serving. Avidya coming in the life of any genuine sevak. Still after that, the question of attaining target, still after that, suppose you are following you are getting Sambandha Jnana, you are following avidya, but still there is no guarantee. If you are making mistake, still after that, the question of attaining the target of prayajana means ultimate goal, prayajana, Krishna prem arising, not before that. Follow. Sambandha Jnana you are getting, Sambandha Janiya bhajite abhimana habadu, also can go ahead. And Sambandha, at all Sambandha Jnana you are going to develop, after that the avidya, seva, bhajan can start coming. And if you are doing bhajan perfectly, genuine, sadhak, still after that, the question of attaining target, prayajana, prayan tattva, Sri Krishna prema arising, not before that. The sarupa of Jiva is itself inherent in the constitution of Jiva, but not at all inherent in the tatastha Jiva. What do you mean to say? Same thing what I told when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was speaking. In Sarupa itself, Jiva tatastha bhava identification already there. I can prove gradually. Follow. The Sarupa of Jiva is itself inherent in the constitution of Jiva Sarupa, but not at all in the inherent, not at all inherent in the Tatastha Jiva, who has a tendency to turn away from the turn away from the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna because of feeling attraction for Maya, material enjoyment. Anyway, the basic potentiality of the descent of Sarup Shakti, anyway, the basic potentiality of the descent of Sarup Shakti has also the subsequent revelation of Jiva's Nitya Sarup already existing in the very nature of the Jiva. That I can prove one by one, not today. Already existing in the very nature of the Jiva. Whereas Jiva Sarup can be covered up by Maya, but Jiva Sarup is imbued with Sri Krishna's, intrinsic Sarupa Sakti can never be covered up. I can discuss this point today, not clear to you, I know. So I can try to explain one by one. Today I like to stop because I give you time to think over and again, try to find some question. Anyway, we are going to solve this problem. Nobody can stop us. Anyway, we are going to solve this problem. Bhayam dityo viniveshatah sat ishat apetasya viparjaya sriti tanmayaya ato avayetvam bhaktaik esham Gurudeva Tattva. Vanchakalpaturvasya kipasindhu bhavasya patitanang pavana bhavashnabhyo namo.